Hi, this is Derek from MostInterestingLife.com, and a lot of people have been asking me about my new ebook that I came out with not too long ago. And I put out a lot of free information on my website and my blog. It's all free. My YouTube videos on my YouTube channel. But I decided to create a book to allow a more comprehensive, larger scale approach to the pursuit of living a more interesting life. And before I wrote the book, I looked into to see, are there other books like this out there? I didn't want to write a book when there's 20 books already written on the subject. And there are a few books, how to be more interesting and things of that nature, but they all seem the same. They all seem to be books written by women that are pretty much just telling you how to feel a little bit more empowered. And there's nothing wrong with that. They're good books that are very good with how to come out of your shell a little bit more, and how to direct your mindset into being more interesting and from just a woman's perspective. So I figured that I could add a lot of value to this whole concept from one, a male's perspective, and two, to be even more comprehensive. So not just a certain part of a mindset, but also physically, how to be physically more interesting, how to spiritually more interesting, socially more interesting. And this works for anybody, male, female, people that are already very interesting, people that are very far from being interesting. So, my new ebook, How to Be More Interesting, How to Live a More Interesting Life. And in it, I look to do an all life approach. I talk about different mental habits, states of mind, ways to approach life to be more interesting. I talk about physically, exercise, martial arts, diet. One big thing that people are always asking me are what types of herbs and supplements do I like and am I interested in, and do I take on a regular basis? Because I've studied a lot of different Chinese medicine, Indian medicine, South American, Native American, just any sort of herbs that are out there. I've experimented if I think that they could be helpful, and there actually are a lot of good things out there, and you don't always hear about it because a pharmaceutical company, they can't put a patent on something that's natural. So you're not going to get the millions of dollars of advertising and marketing for a lot of these things. So I've experimented with all different types of those things. How to improve health, energy, your immune system, guys, how to increase testosterone and balance your hormones in a healthy manner. Also, nootropics, brain enhancing supplements, because there are a lot of those out there too. And so I go over a lot of my daily habits, routines, how to I found to boost energy, give myself a clearer mind. It's all in the book, and it's the only place that I have everything put together. And a lot of my little secrets that I found and that I've told even to friends just in bits and pieces. Just every aspect of life, it's in the book. Also socially, how do you build a good network of friends if you're single? What are great ways to find a significant other and navigate the dating world? One thing, especially as people get older, and especially in the United States, people, they get married, they look to get married as soon as they can. Maybe they'll go to college, get married, have kids, then they're just dropping the kids off at soccer practice. And let's say they get divorced. A lot of their other friends are married or busy, or they're just not in the habit of really spending time and doing social events. So if you're looking to live an interesting life, you need to build up a social circle. And so just everything that's needed to live an interesting life, travel. I'm no fashion expert, but I even talk about just a few tips here and there of how to dress a little more interesting, how to uh, set up your house where you live, make it more interesting. Just any area I brainstormed of how to live a more interesting life, I put in the book. So if you want the information, it's on the website. You could. It's only $14.95 right now. That's a great deal. Highly recommend it. So that's pretty much all I have to say, because a lot of people are asking to say, oh, you wrote a book, Derek, or what's it about? This is what it's about. So if you have any comments, you could email me, Derek at mostinterestinglife.com. And if this book is pretty. It's good for pretty much anybody. Even if you live a really really interesting life already, let's say you probably at most you do 70 to 80% of what's in here. You're bound to get 20 to 30% is new information which will help enhance your life, and that'll be worth it. If you're more like the average person, you might know already like 20 30% of it. You might know some of the exercise stuff. You might know some of the diet stuff. You may have heard some of the mental habit things. There's a good chance of that, but definitely not all of it. I spend a significant amount of time constantly looking for better ways to do things, ways to study different languages. I include my travel packing list, which I've developed over the years of traveling to 30 something different countries and just figured out what should I consider bringing so I don't leave anything at home. It's all in the book. So anybody could benefit from this, especially if you're just a regular person that's just looking to make your life a little bit more interesting. You want to be 90 years old and you want to look back at your life and you want to really have lived a more interesting life and have utilized this precious gift of life, and you don't want to waste the experience. This is there's a lot of great shortcuts in this book that will save you time, that'll get you on the right track no matter if you're the most boring person in the world. There are baby steps in here, and then there are bigger steps in here, so whatever you are ready for. If you were to do 100% of the things in this book, you would see a major life shift. If you do a quarter or half of the things, even if you aren't already doing them, you'll see a huge shift. So if you have any questions about the book, hit me up. Otherwise, try it out. There's a complete guarantee. If you, for some reason, you don't like the book, I'll give you your money back. It's just, I think most people are honest people. There's some sneaky people in this world, of course, and I'm sure that I'll be giving refunds to people that actually did get value from the book, but just want money back, and hey, that's fine. I believe that most people will get a ton of value from it, and so that's why I put a guarantee on it. If you get the book for some reason, you say, oh, this isn't for me, whatever, have your money. That's fine. So again, thank you for listening. I hope this answers a lot of the questions about what the book is. I'll be coming out with more of my free videos soon, and some more free blog posts, but until then, stay interesting.